Hello and welcome to another Arkis video and to a new 2 million credit time trial challenge on Gran Turismo 7. As you can see, we are at Lake Louise, the newly added track in the game, and we are in the DR Yaris. And this is my first impressions video. I usually give myself an hour to see how much I can do. Then I will get back to this, and if there are any improvements, I will post a link in the comment section. But for now, this is my first hour attempt, and let's just get straight into it. I had to sort a few things this morning, so the time trial has already been running for over half an hour. I'm collecting my prize for the Interlagos time trial challenge. But the good thing is that now I am able to load a ghost straight away. I'm loading Titsny's ghost. He's already got a guide out on this one. Anyway, I am trying to get around the final two corners before even starting a lap. And you can see I am using second gear. You really want to use third gear here instead. Third gear is very much your friend in this entire time trial challenge. But we are making our way into turn 1, and yeah, don't hit those bollards. I tried to carry on even though my lap was invalidated just to get around the track, but unfortunately I also run into this wall. So while we have a ghost, let's just go straight away and watch what Titsny was doing. And after watching his lap, we are trying again to get at least a starting lap in on this one. So we are making our way around the final O grade.
Eventually,
At some point I actually managed to get in a clean lap. I am trying to take the high line. I have learned that this is the way to go, but I just find it tricky. I almost end up sliding backwards into the corner, almost feeling like I came to a complete stop. You can see Titsny is running away. It's all about learning to make that transition from sideways to forwards motion. And yeah, that corner is over before you know it. Here I am actually slowing down too much, so I am all slow and I lose all my momentum and use my sideways motion just when I needed it. So this was a bit of a clunky way around those corners, and the ghost is running away once again. And I get this wrong as well. You have to aim for the final lamp post, and you can see I am just aiming for the inside of the corner way too early, and that compromised my exit a lot. And now these final corners, not really doing a great job of those either. And you can see I end up just when I want to be moving forwards, then I went sideways and lost all my speed. So all about that transition from sliding to moving forwards. But it's all a learning process. We are at a 150.8 and we carry on. Actually, the following lap is a lot quicker. The first one was really slow, I admit that. I'm still not getting the most out of the banking, but certainly better than the first time. Trying to keep it to the right, and yeah, definitely getting a better exit this time. That corner looks tight when you get into it, but it's actually over before you know it. Braking at the end of those yellow barrels at the left hand side coming into this one. Staying in third gear, and yeah, let's just try to aim for those two cone-like things at that corner. And once again I'm coming in too narrow, and you can just see Titsny's ghost fly past me as I am hugging the inside, going really slow. There he goes. And yeah, I need to widen that corner. And here I kill the sideways momentum too early, and you can see just when I don't need it anymore, then I go sideways and the ghost runs away, and the final corner isn't too pretty either. So there's a lot to learn for me in this one. But we get across the line in a 1:49.084, and the following lap was bad right from the get-go. I messed up turn 1, and here I run wide, hit the bollards, and that was the end of that lap. So let's just go out and have a look. This is early doors. That time is certainly not gold anymore, and we just have to carry on. On this following lap, I only got a tiny improvement, so not really a point showing you that one, but we are only just sneaking into the 148s. and I actually tried to carry on. I was up on my time on this following lap, but unfortunately I am going to overcook this corner once again. So I am sliding into the wall, and now you can see my time was only silver, so we just have to keep cracking on this one. We are jumping ahead in time. For some reason I lost some footage. You can see my time is down to 1:48.4 now, and we are in the middle of a lap. The time is down a bit now, but we are going to improve. Now we are coming into this right-hander. I'm braking at the end of those yellow barrel looking things, trying to widen my line into the corner. Really have to be a bit braver than me there. It looks a bit slow, but yeah, and that is going to be a narrow line that will compromise my exit. You can see I almost had to turn a second time to get out that corner. This time I think I'm doing a better job around this long corner. Maybe, yeah, a tiny bit better. Still trying to find that final lamp post and use that as an apex. That's a work in progress as well. Nearly running up on the wall there. Now let's make our way around these final corners. I am staying in third gear. It can sometimes feel like the car is bogging down, but it's actually a nicer gear to use for this. Yeah, the Ghost is running away on the exit there, so there's definitely something to work on for me there, but we are going to go across the line in, I cannot remember, it's going to be a 1:48.175. And then after a few unsuccessful laps, I hit that very same wall once again. So we are going out to see where we are at now. You can see Titsney is down to a 1:45.4. I've got a little over 20 minutes left of my hour, and on this lap I squeezed off exactly 1/10, and we just carry on into this déjà vu, because I am going to crash into the wall once again. But this lap is going to be a good improvement. When you're braking for turn 1, just before you can see that orange marker, the car is hitting a dip, and that puts weight on the wheels, and that is just the right time to hit the brakes. If you go over that and then brake, I'm sure you'll have no braking at all. Still not really good at that first corner. You can see the Ghost is running away. I think it's a good idea to just practice that turn 1 a lot, because a lot of your lap time is hidden in just that corner. These corners weren't good either. I am coming in too narrow, and I'm struggling to get the car turned. And as I'm going into the left-hand part, I'm coming in too narrow. You can see this almost turns into 2 corners for me instead of just 1, and that lost me a lot of speed. Now this long right-hander once again. I am still going in towards the apex a bit too early. That was the second to last lamppost, and there's the last one. And you can see Titsney has got a better angle on his car there. Now these final corners, here's that transition from sideways to forwards motion. I'm easing on the power so I can feel that the car starts to go forwards instead of sideways, and the same goes for this final corner. Once you start to get the hang of that, there's a lot of time to find. Still a lot of time to find for me as well. We're down to 47.337, so that was a decent improvement. And can we make it around turn 1? I think I am going to hit the bollards and the wall, so we are giving up on this one for now. I've got 12 minutes to go. I'm at a 47.337, and let's see if there's a bit more in it. This is the penultimate lap, no interruptions. I do a bad job of turn 1, but the rest of the lap is decent. You can see this is a bit too low, that's a bit too sideways, and now Titsney is just pulling away there. But we carry on, just keeping it flat, aiming for the right hand side and staying at the right hand side, preparing the car for this corner. And remember, this corner is over pretty soon, so just make sure to brake early so you can get on the power early. This is still flat out, and here we have to be careful. We are coming into this looking at the yellow barrels, braking at the end of those. Make sure to keep that angle towards the right hand, don't upset the car, using third gear. And this time, yeah, that's a better line. so now I can get a clean run out of that corner. So that's definitely better than what I've done until now. And yeah, there are some really hefty jumps on this part of the track. Now this long right-hander, trying to widen the line as much as possible, waiting for that final lamp post. That's definitely a bit better. You can see Tiffany is not running away from me as quickly as earlier. Still, I'm getting too sideways, almost running up against the wall there. Now a bit of second gear just to get the car slowed down, using third gear, and now I am completely failing to get the car turned at the right time. That's too narrow and that compromises my exit. You can see now the Ghost is just running away, but we are rushing the best we can towards the finish line, and we are going to finish this lap in a 1:47.078, so I can almost smell the 1:46s now. I tried to keep going, but on lap 3 I am running wide, hitting the bollards, and that was the end of that one. So let's go and have a look. I've got 5 minutes left and I would really like to get into the 46s, so I'm allowing myself a bit of overtime. This is my final run in this video, and this is also my best attempt at doing turn 1 so far, braking just before that orange barrier. I managed to make the transition into some forward motion and finding some traction out of the corner. And even though the Ghost is faster, that was my best attempt so far. Unfortunately, that also caught me a bit by surprise. So my entry into this corner is really slow, and I definitely threw away some time there. But we carry on. Now we are flat out for a bit. We are coming towards this downhill right-hand corner, looking for the end of the yellow barrier there, trying to widen my line without messing it up, and now let's get the car sideways, easing on the power to make it go forwards. Still came a bit too much to a stop there, but we get around that corner sort of decently, but you can see I lost a bit of time further back, so the Ghost is getting away from me. And now let's see if we can find that final lamp post. Keep it wide, still keep it wide, keep it wide, and there we can see that final lamp post. I'm still getting too sideways through this left-hand kink, and you can see I'm losing some traction out of there, so there's something to look at. And now around these final corners, making the transition into getting the car to move forwards. We are still hanging on to Tiffany. I think my exit is not that good now. I'm struggling a bit to get the car to move forwards, but we are moving forwards across the finishing line, and this is going to be a 1:46.941. So I am honking my horn, parking my car, and let's see what the time is now. I think, yeah, we are 8 minutes over time, and I will get back to this, and I will definitely jump into the VR headset. And just for perspective, this is 20 minutes past 11, and the top time is down into the 1:44s. I have to look out for this one and see if I can do some more. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it entertaining and maybe even somewhat useful. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye bye.